At the University of Idaho, students say the mood on campus has changed following the arrest of Bryan Kohberger over the holiday break.
I feel better, sort of, knowing that they have the suspect in custody, that there's a chance that this might all be behind us soon enough.
With spring semester about to kick off, a new sense of hope, even as much about the murder case remains unknown, including a motive.
I think a lot of people are wondering how he planned it out, how it all came together, and why.
The suspect is due back in court this week after appearing before an Idaho judge facing 4 counts of first-degree murder. Also in the courtroom, the family of victim Kaylee Gonzalez, seeing the accused killer in person for the first time.
We can't, stop all this fake information and these fake stories. What we can focus on is this individual and finding every piece of evidence.
Overnight, Kaylee's sister describing the family's emotion when they found out a suspect was arrested.
The relief that we all felt having a suspect in custody was, it was like, I can't even describe it. Like the weight of the world was lifted from our shoulders.
According to a police affidavit, old-fashioned detective work appears to have led to the arrest. But online, the pace of rumors and speculation from amateur sleuths has not slowed down. Over the weekend, some spreading unverified reports Kohberger may have attended a vigil for the victims and even posted in online groups devoted to the case.
I think that it's quite possible that he was on some of these chat rooms, maybe taking part, maybe not, maybe just observing what other people were saying.
While internet sleuths can be useful in some cold cases, a former FBI agent says they can also be an unwelcome distraction for law enforcement and cause real harm to innocent people, like the food truck guy seen with Kaylee and Madison the night of the murders, and a female history professor now suing a popular TikToker for suggesting she was involved in the crime.
That stuff is where online sleuthing kind of crosses the line. When you start accusing someone.
Kohberger has not entered a plea. He has a hearing on Thursday. His public defender in Pennsylvania said he expects to be exonerated. Savannah and Hoda, back to you guys.
All right, Stephanie Gosk in Moscow, thank you.
All right, let's welcome in our NBC News legal analyst, Camille Vasquez. Camille, good morning. Good to see you. So size up this case. We've got DNA evidence. There's a living person who was in the home who saw some things. How strong is the case against him?
I think it's extremely strong. And the police and the investigators are not in the business of telling us everything that they have. They want to put enough to get probable cause, to get a judge to sign that search warrant.
Yeah, we won't know perhaps until the preliminary hearing more evidence in the case. I find it interesting. Hoda and I were just talking about it. There were weeks and weeks where it seemed like there was nothing going on in the case. A lot of people were quite critical of the police department. Now we learn that perhaps they had been tracking this suspect since late November. Investigators have to make a decision at that point to keep things close to the vest. That helps with the investigation, I presume.
Exactly right. This is a case that's garnered so much attention worldwide, really. And so I think these investigators do not want to make any mistakes. They do not want to give the suspect any reason to have the case not go the way they want it to.
We've heard a lot about these internet sleuths. Everyone's trying to get in on the case and give their theories and in some cases name names. Do those kind of folks hurt a case, or can they occasionally help a case too?
I think they can do both, right? I think the internet sleuth, this has become something that really captivated the country, this case has. And so people want to talk about the evidence. They want to talk about the human impact. And these are college students, right? So I think it can be incredibly helpful for investigators. They pleaded to the public and asked for information about the white Elantra. But it could also be helpful, or not helpful, harmful when you start naming someone.
Yeah, especially when you don't have the evidence. These are real lives you're talking about. Camille, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.